clarify what is the current situation with Andrey Smaev.
So I think by now most of you guys have heard about this whole situation between East versus West and Andrey Smaev and a potential arm wrestling match. And I get that most of you guys are tired of hearing about this. I'm tired too, to be honest. And the reason I'm making this video is because I made a video announcing that Robert Baxter was saying that this match was almost confirmed, Andrey Smaev against somebody else, and everybody thought, oh, it's probably Leonidas. But then there was this live stream where they talked about this and they answered very clearly.
Yeah, so I contacted him last Sunday. Before that, it was just all through our mutual sponsors. They confirmed that he's on for August 1st, so I assume that's correct. I found out after our show, Smaev has not committed to a match, and he hasn't even been contacted by me. So then I called the CEO of Bucked Up. I said, who can I talk to that actually talked to him? He said, well, my brother. I talked to his brother, and he said, no, I didn't talk to him directly because I don't know Russian. There's somebody in Kazakhstan who actually lives in the United States who's the intermediary, and so he connected me with this person, and he said, well, actually, as far as talking to him, that is another person. So I ended up talking to everybody all the way through the chain. And they said, yeah, he wanted to know the schedule. He wanted to know all the details. He's not sure.
A lot of backlash. People like Denis Cyplenkov, who are very close, I would say, they tend to have communication with Andrey Smaev, said, no, there's no such thing. There's no real agreement. Andrey hasn't agreed to a match. And so all this is rumors or miscommunication. And it turned out that he was right. And so then Robert Baxter went back, talked to the people from Bucked Up. He found out this guy from Bucked Up, his twin brother was the one in charge of that, who was going through somebody who is from Kazakhstan, lives in the US. Then that one talked to the one person in Russia who was talking to Andrey Smaev. So it was a whole mess, and there was a lot of middlemen. And that's probably where the miscommunication happened. So basically then Robert Baxter contacted Andrey Smaev, and he found out that he still had a lot of questions about the details, and he wasn't really sure. So if anything, it's just negotiation. There's nothing clear. There shouldn't be any announcement of anything concrete because there's nothing yet. And so I promise this is the last video that I make on Andrey Smaev joining the sport, because there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of rumors, a lot of misunderstandings, and so I don't want to be the bearer of false news. And the only way I would make a video on this again is only if Andrey Smaev, East versus West, and his opponent, all three of them confirm online and agree, and there's posters and everything. That's the only way I would talk about this again. Otherwise, you won't hear from me about this. I just wanted to clarify it because I don't want to just leave it like that with the previous video. So moving on.
Давай, Vitaliy, давай!
A match that really seems to be confirmed is the Alizhan versus Vitaliy match on the left arm. And why is it different than the whole Smaev situation? First of all, they're the number 1 and number 2 on the left arm. They're full-time arm wrestlers, fully committed. They already made a video on this saying that they won this match and they were only waiting for the response of the organization. Now, Robert Baxter has already said that he wants to see this match.
So Batumi will be better than Tbilisi for sure. And, we've got a better card for sure than Tbilisi was. Vitaliy versus Alizhan, I think everybody wants to see that one, including me.
So I think this is finally happening. Number 1 versus number 2. I think it's going to go in a hook. If it doesn't go in a hook, then I think Alizhan is in big trouble. But let's see what happens. Let me know, as always, what you guys think. I really appreciate it. Subscribe and see you next time.